Okay, so you build your first AI agent, and honestly, it feels like a magic. You give it a goal, book me a meeting with Sarah next week, and it just goes. It reads your calendar, checks when Sarah's free, send the invite, done. And you sit back like you just invented electricity. And here's the thing, it works. Every single time on your laptop, in your little demo, with the one nice clean input you tested it with. Then you ship it to real user. And that's when you find out a demo and a production system are two completely different animals. Because in production, the agent gets some weird input, calls a tool that fails, get confused, tries again, calls the same tool, get confused again. And 40 API calls later, it's still going. It's burned 10 bucks of tokens and still hasn't done the thing you've asked for. So in this video, I want to talk about why AI agents fall apart in production, the actual specific way they break, and the patterns people use to stop one dumb mistake from turning into runway disaster. And if you have watched my backend video, a lot of this is gonna feel familiar. That's the kind of the whole point. Real quick, let's reset on what an agent even is, because it makes everything after this click into place. An agent is basically a loop. You give the model a goal, it thinks about what to do next, it picks a tool, a search, a database query, an API call, whatever. It runs that tool, it looks at the result, and then it decides, am I done or do I go again? And it just keeps looping like that until it figures the job's finished. That loop is the superpower. It's also the source of basically every problem we are about to talk about. Because the second you have a system that decides its own next step in a loop, calling real tools, spending real money, you don't have a chatbot anymore. You have got a backend service that happened to be driven by a language model. And backend service fails in very specific ways. So let's walk through how these things fall apart. Because it's honestly the same handful of way every time. First one, and the most classic. The agent just never stops. It loops forever, it's not sure it finished, so it tries again and again, searching, rechecking, second guessing itself, calling tool after tool. There's nobody in there going, okay, buddy, that's enough. So it keeps going until something external kills it. This is the runway loop, and it's the number one way agent quickly costs your fortune. Which leads straight into the next one, money. Every one of these loops is tokens, and tokens are cash. One confused agent stuck in a loop overnight can rack up a genuinely scary bill. And the worst part, nobody noticed until the invoice show up. Because it wasn't erroring, it was working. It was just like working in a circle. Then there's the hallucinated tool call. The model decides to call a tool that doesn't exist. Or it calls a real tool but with completely broken arguments. A date in the wrong format, a field it just made up, a user ID that's basically vibes, the tool errors out, the agent gets that error back, gets confused, and you already know, tries again. Next, one flaky tool takes down the whole run. Say your agent depends on search API, and the API has a slow day. Now your entire agent is sitting there waiting or retrying like crazy. And one shaky dependency has frozen the whole thing. And if you saw my last video, this is the exact same cascade. One slow dependency blocking everything, just wearing an AI costume here. Then there's memory. Every step the agent history gets longer. The prompt, the reasoning, every tool call, every result, all of it starts piling into a context window. And on a long task, that window fills up. Suddenly the model's forgotten what it was doing and at start, or the whole thing just crashes because you blew past the token limit. Here's a sneaky one, non-determinism. You run the agent on the same input twice, and it does two exactly different things. One time it nails it, next time it takes some weird path and fails. So a user reports a bug, you go to reproduce it, and it worked fine for you. Good luck debugging that. And the one that really hurt, state loss. Your agent on a 40-step task, it gets to step 39 and it dies. And because nobody saved its progress, it starts over. From step 1, everything it did is gone. And under all of this, the thing that makes every single problem 10 times worse, you can't see what's happened. The agent did something weird and you have no idea why. No trace of what it was thinking, which tool it called, What comes back? It's a black box that spent your money and failed, and it won't tell you why. Okay, that was a lot of doom. Now let's talk how you actually make these things reliable. And the funny part is, the fixes are kind of boring, which is a good thing here. Number one, the simplest and most important, limits. Put a hard cap on how many steps the agent can take, and budget on how many tokens it can spend. When it hits the limit, it stops. Cleanly. Hand off to human or just give up gracefully. This one move kills the runway loop and the cost explosion at the same time. Never run an agent without limits. If you take one thing from the whole video, take that. Number two, validate the tool calls. Before you actually run whatever the model asks for, check it. Is this a real tool? Or the arguments even the right shape? If the model hands you garbage, you reject it right there and tell it to try again properly, instead of firing a broken call straight at your real database. Number three, and this is lifted straight from the backend playbook, retries with backoff and circuit breakers on your tool. If a tool fails, retry a couple times but back off, don't hammer it. And if a tool's clearly down, stop calling it. Trip the breaker, protect the rest of the run. Same pattern as last time, literally the same pattern. Number 4. Manage the memory. You don't have to carry the entire history forever. Trim the old steps, summarize what happened so far into a short note instead dragging every raw tool's result along the ride. Keep the context lean so you just never hit the wall. Number 5. Checkpointing. Save the agent progress as it goes. So when it dies at step 39, and it will die at step 39, it picks up from 38 instead of starting from scratch. This is what people mean by durable or resumable agents. And it's the whole difference between a toy and something you would actually trust with a long job. Number 6. Put a human in the loop for scary stuff. If the agent's about to do something it can't take back, spend money, email a customer, delete something, make it stop and ask first. You don't need this on everything. You need it on stuff you can't undo. And quick one that pairs with that. Make your tool actions idempotent. Same idea as last time. If a call gets retied, it shouldn't do things twice. Book one meeting, not three. Change the card once, not every retry. And last, the one everyone skips until it's too late, observability. You need to see every step the agent took, every tool it called, what came back, how many tokens it ate, how long it took. So when something breaks, you open up the trace and read the story of what the agent did instead of sitting there guessing. You can't fix what you can't see, same as last time. So here's the thing I really want you to away with. Real AI agent fails all the time. They loop forever, they hallucinate tool calls, they run out of memory, they burn money, they die halfway and lose everything. And when people first hit this problem, they assume it's an AI problem, like the model just isn't smart enough yet. But look at that list of fixes again: limits, retries, circuit breakers, idempotency, checkpointing, observability. None of those are AI concepts. Those are just backend concept. It's same toolkit you will use to make any distributed system reliable. Because that's what an agent actually is. It's not magic. It's a backend service with a language model in the middle making the decision. And the moment you start treating it like a backend system instead of magic answer box, it gets way more reliable and honestly a lot more fun to build. So yeah, that's why AI agent fail in production and how you keep yours from being one of them. If this made the whole agent reliability things a final click, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe if you want to see more of these, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Thank you.